All right, good morning, everyone. This is Dan Hunt with the JSKA Rochester Virtual Dojo. Today is November 19th, the Saturday before Thanksgiving. So hopefully we can get some good work in and get ready for a very nice family week. Today's plan is do some warm-ups. We're going to work some more on some hip rotation drills. And then finish or work on some Kanku Dai, kind of finish up our work on some Kanku Dai, and then at the end do some stretching for upper body and lower body. So some kind of prolonged stretching, so you get some lengthening of the muscles. All right, so let's get started. And let me make sure everybody's all right, everybody's good. All right, excellent. And today I got Peter Tukanian here again, joining me in the dojo. All right, just a little bit, sir. All right, Bob. All right, running in place. Found a older gi in my closet here that I decided to put the rotation. And jumping jacks. Hands. Change your feet. Change your hands again. Good, that's right. Switch. Side. Back. Switch. Arms out to the side, palms down, small circles. Backwards. Palms in the front. Reverse. Palms up. Reverse. Palms to the back of the room. And reverse. Right arm crossed. Backward. And good. Legs up. Release. Release. Try to get your arm as straight as possible. Release, twist it. Twist it. Arm crossed. Back. Hip. Up.
Did you turn on the recording?
What's that?
Turn on the recording?
Yep. Oh, I think so. Release. Release. And release. Release. Did some bicep work to this week with the weights. That one was a little tight. And release inside. And switch. All right, arms up, right, knees up. Let's see. All right, Andy's having some problems. All right, no worries. We'll figure it out, Andy. Keep looking. All right, let your arms out a little bit. Knees up, touch your elbows. These are almost like wacky jacks. Okay, ankle up, knee up. Good, all right. From just here, just easy kicks. Start with your left. Hitch. On. Hitch. Up. Nice, nice snap kicks. Start with the left. Hitch. On. And some back kicks. Hitch. On. Hips run. Yeah, hips up. Switch. All right, left leg forward. Front leg kick, back leg kick. Hitch. Sneak. Long. Sun. Sheep. Go. Seaching. That. Two. Good. Switch legs. Front leg first. Hitch. Sun. Sheep. Go. Good, long to the right. Center your hips forward. Open it to the side. Try and get your belly button at 45 degrees. Maybe even just a little bit more if you can. Load up that back leg. Now push it forward. And open. And close. Open. And close. Okay, longer. Follow the foot. Back a little bit. Push your hips forward. And push. Vibrate it forward and back. All right, back on your back stand, straighten the front leg as much as you can. Bend at the waist, put your buttocks rearward. Don't let your head come down. Your head square to your shoulders and your spine. All right, good. Up. Other way. Center. Open the hips. Press into that outside edge of the foot. Close it. Open it. So don't let both hands go. Leave them both pushing or pointing toward the target. They just change one forward of the other. It's still pushing toward the target. Close. Open. Close. All right, go on. Push the hip forward. All right, straighten the front leg. I can feel that leg day I had a few days back. All right, up. A little bit. Shoulders are forward, hand back. Now take your palms, thumbs to the rear, lift, center, and down, lift, center, go out, bring it down, left, center, up, down, left, center, up, down, more, up, up, down. I think I'm hearing somebody's not quite on mute. Let's see. All right. Maybe that's just me. Oh, it's Gary Blanks. We'll put him on mute. Not sure if he's got somebody in the room or not. He ended up going to the Michigan game today. All righty. So let's get started on some hip rotation. All right, so the whole idea with the hip rotation is what we're trying to do is we're trying to get leg drive, hip drive into the target, okay, without destroying our posture here and not with destroying our posture when you push forward, not letting this hip stick out. Okay, so the posture when you come backwards, if you keep the back leg straight, let me see if I can do it here. Keep the back leg straight. You can see how I can't forward and my hip line is tipped forward as well. So the proper way to do this is keeping this back knee bent. Notice the relative position of the knee to the ankle doesn't really change a whole lot when I open and close. So that means this part of my hip goes rearward and slightly down. Okay, rearward and slightly down. Because as I turn rearward, if I don't bring it down a little bit, my knees tends to straighten, and that'll take my hip up a little bit. All right. The other part of it is when you're trying to keep this side normal, and I struggle with this sometimes too, is you have to have pressure from the front foot ball to the back foot. When you're pushing forward, you have to equalize that pressure from the front leg to the back leg. Because if all you do is push with the back leg, you're going to push like this, and you're gonna cant yourself. And what'll happen is you'll just go as far as your stretch will go here, and everything will be canted up. So what you want to do is you want to push forward, pull this hip back, push this hip forward, kind of spinning around. Picture a broom handle from my top of my spine or head all the way to the center of my feet, and I'm rotating around that. Notice everything stays kind of square. Once you lose this pressure rearward, things will start tipping on you to some extent. Sometimes I struggle with that as well. All right, so let's start with just a little bit of open closing. Okay, so here, and again, I want you to think, here's my guns. I want to keep my guns facing. Okay, that means elbows connected, inner armpits connected, and all I'm doing is moving my arm and my elbows with my body. Okay, so let's actually start. Let's start with left leg forward, sorry. Okay, so center, open. All right, close, open, close, open, close. Now I had a punch, open, close, open. Feel that pressure into the floor. Use the engagement of the floor to start the close. Open, pressure into the floor, close, open, and close. Now let's pick it up the pace just a little bit. Go about third speed. Open, close, open, close, open, close, close. All right, so now I want you to suddenly rotate the hip. Okay, and the hand comes with it if these are connected. If you don't have them connected and these are all kind of loosey-goosey, watch my hand as I'm here. If I do from here, see how my hand moves because it's not connected. But if I squeeze this here, that hand moves when my hip moves. So I'm throwing the hand with it. So let's try and do the sudden start, and we're still going to punch kind of slowly. Okay, ready? Pitch. Some. Chi. Go. Teach. March. All right, a little quicker. Now punching maybe 75%. Pitch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Rook. Sitch. Hutch. Coo. Chew. All right, now 100%. Here we go. Pitch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Rook. Sitch. Hutch. Coo. Chew. All right, yummy. All right, so another little mental thing you can kind of apply to this is picture your bicep has a ball in it, and you're trying to throw the ball from your bicep area. Okay, so basically you're taking your tricep and pushing your bicep forward. Okay, so your tricep is the one that's extending, right? I'm sorry, it's contracting, which is what straightens your arms, kind of like doing bench presses, right? Okay, so your tricep is what extends the arm forward. Also, your pectoral muscle also is part of the contraction that drives your arm forward. Okay, so that's why bench press can be good at building those muscles. But if you're too bound up and it's not a sudden contraction, then you're gonna struggle a little bit. So try and think of throwing the bicep forward. Okay, if you notice, this is not throwing the bicep forward, it's going to send the bicep over there. So keeping this bicep in line so you can throw it forward. All right, let's get to the other side. See if we can make that work again. Okay, so just fingers, no punches yet. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, All right, so let's go closed. Okay, now let's add some punches. Slow. 1, 2. So feel the hip. Bring the arm forward and then release the arm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. All right, a little quicker, not a lot, just maybe 30%. Kind of a quick hip start, and it's kind of a slow punch. Pitch, some, she, go. When you do the slow punch, try and think of how you are connecting and contracting the muscle at the very end. Knee, pitch, knee, pitch, knee, pitch, knee. All right, now let's take it up to 75%. Ready. Pitch, knee, sun, she, go, rook, sit, touch, ku, ju. Now 100%. Pitch, throw that bicep, knee, sun, she, go, rook, pitch, touch, ku, and ju. Right? Good, yeah, man. Right, shake your legs out. I know that's a lot of standing in place. Since Imran used to have us do those in place hip rotations for, gosh, half hour at a time. Yeah. And then one, yes, sir.
When you were just doing those drills, your front foot, your heel didn't have much pressure on the floor, did it? Front foot.
I want to say the front foot. So the question, Peter, is did the front foot have a lot of pressure on the heel? I want to say the heel, my heel pressure is probably about 50% of what it would be if I just lifted my toes up. Okay. So I do have heel pressure, but not a lot of heel pressure. It's somewhere between fully loaded and kind of off the floor. But yeah, most of the pressure is on the ball. All right. But yeah, you don't want to come up and be up here like this, or even just barely touching. Okay. You still want to have some heel pressure, but you don't want to be completely based out where you can't move, you know. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So let's do this with a little bit of line work here. And let's do this open and close with block and counters. Okay, well, all right, get to the back of your room so we can go forward. All right, hidari ge nambarai, open the hip when you do that down block. Come on. All right, so my agyuke, gyakuzuke. Open the hip, then close the hip. Okay, have a stop point at the back. Don't just float through the open at the end and let it just kind of casually come to a stop and then go forward again. So make it stop. It should be almost like hitting a brick wall when you throw. Let's say you got two brick walls side by side like this, and you throw a ball against one of them, and it's going to hit the other one. So you should feel like bump, 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 bump. All right. So agyuke, gyakuzuke. Ich, ni, san, shi, ushiro. Ich, ni, san, shi. All right. So what causes that sudden stop at the open? That's caused by the hip pressing into and the front foot pressing into the back foot blade edge. Okay, so it kind of contracts all the way out to the back and then explodes forward again. So it needs to have a sudden stop, 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 stop. Okay, you kept going, you would blow your front knee through. You kept going, your back foot would have to go. So once you have those two firm, you should be able to turn into those fairly well. Okay, left leg forward again. Okay, Gedanbarai, Gyakuzuki. Itch, knee, sun, shi, Ushiro, itch, knee, sun, shi, hey, good. Sotuki Gyakuzuki, itch, knee, sun, shi, Ushiro, itch, knee, sun, shi, go. Okay, forward, uchuke gyakuzuke, itch, knee, sun, shi, go. All right, Masa, I want you to make the stop more sudden on the way back with the opening of the hip. It opens up, you have a nice quick hip turn, but as you get to the end of it, it kind of slows down and casually comes to the end and then goes forward again. I want you to stop suddenly as if you're trying to elbow somebody behind you. And Mary, good work on the opening, really getting the severe close down. Itch, knee, sun, shi. All right, good. Now shutoke, same thing. No, stay there, stay there. Shutoke gyakunukite. Itch, knee, sun, shi. So Mike, be careful when you do your shuto, tending to lean a little bit to the inside. So keep yourself more straight up. Ushiro, itch, knee, sun, shi. Good. Let's go forward, do that again. Let's make sure too that you're pivoting on the heel of the back foot. Okay, so I'm here in my back stance. My back foot is open. When I close it, I'm pushing off the outside edge, but then I got to release the toes, lift them up slightly and rotate in. So let's go a little bit slower. And I want to see your rotation off on the heel by lifting up the toes. Okay. Ready? Itch, knee, sun, shi. Good. Ushiro, itch, knee. That's your front knee collapsing on the shuto. Sun. There it is right there. Don't collapse your front knee. So what keeps that knee from collapsing? Because it tends to want to do that for everybody when you step backwards, right? So when you step backwards, what you're doing is you're opening that hip up a lot, okay? And it tends to want to have this knee come in like this, okay? So one is the hip too much. Two is pressure out with your inner thighs. Okay, a couple more, two more. Sun, I felt it. Shi, Now you're trying to hide it by going just.
I,
All right, going forward, same thing. Itch. More straight. Knee. Nope.
still
Turn
coming.
your hip too far. Sun. She.
Still too
Now
far.
that time you didn't pivot your foot. Now see how you're way up here on this side of it. Turn the foot more. There you go. Now you're keep this knee just a little bit. There it is right there. Just a little bit. You can still push forward. Just don't bring the knee in too much with it. There you go. All right, backwards. Stop when they'll shoot the blood. Itch.
Further back. Oh,
Foot up. Foot forward.
oh,
There you go. Now change it from weekday. You did pivot. Itch. Forward.
move forward.
And weekday. Change, pivot. Pick up. So right now your pivot is
Yeah,
just letting your foot dangle.
I gotta
Okay,
move that
couple
front
more.
foot.
Itch. One was follow the foot pivot point, moving rearward. Itch. Here we'll go backwards. Itch. Knee. Sun. I am at. All right, so for you, when you're practicing at home or outside of class, let me put everybody on here, and everybody could benefit from this too. Okay, so one of the things, the adages that I've seen that really makes a lot of sense. If you can't do it slow,
Can't do
you
it
surely can't do it fast. Okay, so what I want to see when you do it slow, what you should be looking at, and you could even fire up your own Zoom class, record it, and then go and look back at it, or even, set up a recording on your phone or your iPad, record it, and then come back and look at it. And what I like about having the camera facing me is I can do some instantaneous adjustments. So stepping backwards slowly, my knee, my hip, my big toe are all on the same line here. Notice I'm down. I'm not too far, 40 more than 45. And then when I pivot, okay, I pivot on the heel. Okay. So going slowly, pressure out, away from your thighs, away from each other, dropping this hip down, and then pivot forward. So you don't necessarily have to go fast to be able to work those muscles, and then gradually pick up pace and see if it maintains that that structure that you've got. Okay. So any questions on that hip open and close? All good? All right, so let's do one more hip rotation drill. And this one is related to making turns. Okay, so let's all face this way. Left leg forward for you guys, right leg for us. We're just gonna do a mate. So with a mate, the right hip is what's gonna lead this thing. And I'm gonna squeeze my legs in, not my feet. I'm gonna squeeze my legs in so I'm coming to center here, not feet together. So from here, I'm going to turn this hip, squeeze those sides together and step out. Okay, so let's move close to your camera. Okay, close as you can get. And we're going to end up going back toward the back of the room. Move over a little bit closer. Good. So squeeze it in and moving. Just squeeze your thighs in, move the hip first, and also turn the head and shoulders. Itch. Make sure you pivot on the heel again. Knee. Sun. Chi. go. Switch feet. Same thing. Going toward the camera this time. Again, shoulders, head. Let's do some down blocks with this. Send the left hand this way. Bring those elbows together as you make the down block. And this is going to be a direct hip. So as I turn this hip, I'm turning into this block. I'm not closing it and then reopening it. So I've already got all the hip rotation from over here. So I'm taking all this hip opening here. Thank you. Posture tall. Ready. Itch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Good. Switch feet. Let's do it again. Now, let's have you add a reverse punch to this down block. All right. So we're going to be moving. Start close to your camera. We're going to be moving away from the camera. All right. So down block, reverse punch, still just doing a mate. So shoulders, head, hip leads everything. Itch. And add the gyatsuki. Knee. Mary, switch feet. There you go. Sun. All right, so Mary, the first move you make is coming toward your front leg. No, the first move you make should be your hip rotating and taking your hip away from the front leg. The leg does squeeze. No, go back. Back leg moves. Back leg moves. Turn your left hip. No. See how you're bringing your ears? Here, watch. This is not what I'm looking for. All right. So from here, your first move is here. First move should be here. Here. And then the leg squeezes as you make the turn, not leading the turn. So you squeeze your legs first, which sends you this way, and then you go that way. Okay. You also, what happens with that is it tends to take away the push. So if I wanted to push, I've already kind of moved my center of gravity so far away from the proper pushing direction and position that won't let me push as well. Okay. So first thing should be turn, squeeze, step up. Okay.
One comment.
Yes.
Could we say that we lead with our knee? So that means that we turn around and then lead with the knee to get the rest of the rotation?
I would say the answer with lead with the knee is a true thought, but here's my struggle with that. Is that if you do that, folks could end up thinking, no, I got to lift my leg up.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't lift the leg up. So squeeze and send it out. And the other thing is too, is you still want to squeeze your thighs together. So I think the knee out is probably a good thing for the pressing outward after you've squeezed your legs together. But I think really the lead with the hip is really the better statement. So I'm going to lead with the hip and the shoulders and the head all together. One, squeeze and step up. But yeah, as soon as I make the turn with the hip and squeeze my thighs, once I get the thigh squeeze, yes, lead with the knee.
Okay, good.
Mary, does that help? Okay, all right, so let's go back this way, get the left leg forward. You're doing right. Come this way a little bit more. Okay, so just a mate, down block, reverse punch. Ready. Itch. Oh, Mark, you're already moving faster. I like it. Knee. So if you find yourself losing your balance because you're moving so much faster, that's a good thing. Now you're moving faster. Now you got to find a way to collect your balance. Sun. Chi. Masa, you're moving your foot first. Move your hip first. Go. That's better. Good. Now switch feet. Come back toward the camera. Ready. Itch. Knee. Sun. He. Last one. Go. Good, yummy. So the same principle works in like hand shodan, hand yondan, or hand nidan, and so on. Those katas that have the toward the front and the big 270-degree turn. The hips, shoulders, head all lead the turn. So when you're making this from like hand shodan, I'm gonna lead with this hip and the hands and the shoulders and the head. And everything going before the hip rotation or before the actual block and counter. All right, let's get into some Kanku Dai. I think everybody here has been through it enough. Ariane, how's your Kanku Dai?
It's decent.
All right. Good. So we won't spend a whole lot of time. All right, let's. All right, come on. Remember, index finger, thumbs together. Okay, as you come up, you're breathing in. When your eyes reach the hole, follow the hole till you get up to the top. As far as you can go without canting your head. Then that'll create the plane that you're going to move your hands out on. To create, don't come backwards at all. Here's your plane right here. All right. So now follow the arm all the way down and then come inside with the elbow. Okay. So from here, 1. So when you do that, my hands are about here. Okay, watch. See that line on the ceiling? See if I can do it right. So this is my position. I should follow that line. I'm going a little bit forward, but yeah, here. Okay, so it's directly below that line on the ceiling. So this is a typical mistake here is folks will do this. Come back around. So let's just say he went to kind of try and grab me. Okay, I'm going to push this into his face. This was the old version of doing this here. And then from here, if I pull these hands back this way, look, he's got me again because I pulled it beyond where his hands are. So I want to keep this touching. And then from there, I bring the hands in and I can go either way. The kata says, okay, you can hit him with this side or you can hit him with that side. Okay. And then pull again. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So this here, you don't want to pull it back because then you lose continuity with their arms. Okay, again, to the beginning. Right. Pitch. Breathing in, breathing out. You get to the end, squeeze nice and hard. Finish. 1, 2. Okay. My personal feeling on this is I think these are high because Funakoshi was a short guy. Okay, so actual usage, you might actually be down here if you're a taller guy. But we're going to do it the Funakoshi way because you never know, we might need it against a 6'7" guy. All right, so then take your right hand and move it forward, left hand underneath, palm up with your left hand. Yeah. Now extend, tate shuto. Okay, center body. Okay, inside, the edge of the shuto should be just inside of your left armpit. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So if you're a brown belt, I want you to use the cover. If you're a black belt and up, I want you to pivot. There you go, good. Okay, if you're a black belt and up, every now and again, I want you to throw the cover in there too, just to check it. Did you create the pull that you needed to? Half step up, back leg. Turn the head, turn the head, squeeze it in, pitch, Inch. All right, here's your opportunity to check your hip open on this one and your alignment of your legs. 1. Make sure you bend into your front leg as you step. 2. Nukite. 3. Okay, now I'm gonna use this mate hip that we just did, and I'm gonna throw that hip forward and then close the hip with my right side. Itch. Okay, kick. And then I'm gonna open the hip up way up here. Then I'm gonna move my leg over and close the hip. And then tear the phone book, leave the hips at 45. Itch, close it, kick. Open the hip strong, close the hip, and then open the hip 45. Okay.
Do we kind of rock in for this?
What do you mean?
Go in a little bit further than
You do
instead of
bend
just
your knee in, correct, because your back stance, right?
yeah.
Your back stance, so you have to change the front stance.
Okay.
Just front stance, but I wouldn't suggest you want to go past
Okay.
the big toe. Same position as a regular front stance. Okay, back to the beginning. Any questions so far? Push. Roll it. Come on. In, itch. Out. Sanchi. Go. Palm up. Palm out. All right, this time we're all going to do the cover hand this time. Itch, knee, pump, sheet. Oh, your hip needs to face that way. There you go. And head goes that way. No, that goes. Now, position the hip so you're ready for a side snap kick. 1. Notice my hip is slightly open. Peter's is slightly closed. So he needs to turn just a little bit more so that he can send the foot down the line. All right, we're doing that. Chopping wood again. Okay, tricep hits him, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Itch, twist that hip. Itch, open, close. And good. Itch, open, close. And tear the phone back. All right, from here, side snap kick and close the hip really strongly. This is not a long step out with the left leg. Okay, it's a short and wide front stance. Itch, knee, and close the hip. So you hear what? Close here. Then I want to open the hip here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch the neck. 5. Land forward. Uchuke. Punch, punch. Okay. Questions so far? Good. Mark, you got something?
Yeah, so I mentioned before that leading with the knee, when we make the yokogeri here, after we tiered the phone book, this will
Yes.
lead with the knee, or?
Yes, correct. Yeah, so leading with the knee on the okokeage is definitely the thing you're trying to do. And what happens is that actually the hip pulling backwards fosters that knee press forward. Okay. Yeah, so it's similar to that once you get yourself in the position, but the hip, shoulders, head get you in the position, and then the knee is kind of the last thing to go and drive through. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's keep going. Let's go from the beginning, and we'll continue from there. Come on. Pitch. Knees on. No draw this time. Go up. See, turn hip enough. Hitch. Knee. Stop. Bend, bend, bend. There it is. So when you do this, turn down here with that tricep. There it is. Yeah, there you go. Bam. So this part of your arm is what hits, or what you should feel that connects through here. So the big muscles are the ones that are doing a lot of the work. This little thing at the end is not enough. But if I just drop this or connect these into my body, now that's got a whole lot of mass behind it, and it's all big muscles doing the work. And what's nice about that is when I've got adrenaline flowing, big macro movements are what really are helpful and with the adrenaline. 2, 3, 4, right? Hitch, close. Okay, wider feet and turn the back foot forward. There you go. Kick, open, close. Should be in the front stance. Okay, bring your elbows as tight as you can to each other. Now turn the thumb up, opening the shoulders. Hitch, knee, thump, sheep. Go. All right. Now the first move is going to be this. Notice my hip changing. My hip changes, my shoulders change, and I need to get this left hip behind my center line so that my kick can go straight. 1. Same thing within this next one. I need to pivot on my left foot. I need to bring this over and squeeze the thighs together and drive the knee outward, as Mark was suggesting. Hitch. Tricep. Hitch. Knee. Thumb. Chi. Straight. Hitch. Back fist. Uchuki. Punch. Punch. All right, from here. Anybody got any questions up to there? All right, from there, catch. Okay, I'm gonna bring your hand back to here as you catch. So you're here, right? Bring it to here. So hikite. Now from here, I'm gonna smash. I'm gonna pivot on my heel. Smash. Knee is up. I'm gonna punch upwards with my right hand. Only. Do not let the left go with it. 1. Now I'm gonna drop down like a runner's pose here, and then turn sideways. Low shuto. So notice my right hand is down here. Middle of my forearm is in the middle of my belly button. All right, one more regular shuto itch. All right, so check, make sure you're downward, knees kind of straight. Right now looks like that, Peter. There you go, good. Now uchuki punch, ichi, pivot on the heel. Uchuki punch, punch. Okay, squeeze in the right leg, bring the hip and go. All right, Nikite. Okay. Turn it around, back fist, hammer fist. Good, elbow, down block, or squeeze it down, stack the hands. As you do the down block, raise your left hand as you're moving. Punch behind it. Okay, so right now your right hand is close to your groin. Now the right hand is going to be away from your head on the outside of your left. All right, pivot. Do not bring the hands down yet. 1. Now step back and push this front leg into your back leg to create the tension, 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 then release the tension. Right? Then squeeze. When you get to the bottom, start lifting. So step out, Peter, before you, so you're here, right? Hold on, you're here, after you pivot. Okay, I'm gonna step out and start lifting. And then as you lift your arms up, bring your feet in,
Okay.
back to finish, and then bow. Okay. All right, any other questions on that? You, Mark?
Yeah, I do have one.
Sure.
When we grab, so this one here, you said we have to turn on the left heel. When I think that I want to squeeze, and the squeezing tells me to turn on the left ball to get back.
Let's see. You were right. My mistake. Good catch. Yep. So to foster the squeeze, you are right. Squeeze on the ball of the foot from here. Squeeze. So when you make steps in Kibadachi, we talk about this all the time, and I should have caught this. As you step through this way, pivoting on the ball. So it's the same sort of thing. So when you squeeze coming to the inside of your body, pivot on the ball. When you squeeze to the outside of the body, squeeze and pivot on the heel. Good catch, Mark. Sorry.
No problem.
Gave you guys bad information. All right, -1 for Sensei. All right, anybody else? Questions? All right, let's do this a couple more times. I'm gonna watch you guys. Ariane, your camera not working today?
Not today, sorry.
Oh, man. You gotta talk to your IT person at home. All right, let's go. Kanku Dai. Miho, can you move off to your left a little bit? There you go, and move up a little bit. Move up a little bit toward me. Toward the camera. A little bit more. Okay. All right, take one big step forward, Miho. There you go. And move one step to your left. Good. All right, here we go. Well. Yoi. And come on. Itch. Knee. Make sure you breathe out, breathe out. Get to the end, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. It's knee. Miho, check your belt knot. Is it far enough forward or is it kind of more to the center? Should be 45 degrees to the front. Itch, palm up to palm out. Punch, block. 1, 2. Go ahead, Masa and Miho. Good. And the second one, itch knee. Some. Mark, can you drop your left hip just a little bit more? There you go. See how that changes your belt knot just a little bit more toward the 45 instead of toward the side. Itch. Knee. San nukite. Good. Itch. Close the hip. Itch. Open, close. Knee. Tear the phone book. We should be breathing out nice and strong. And dynamic tension finish. Itch. Knee. Sanchi. Mike, when you do that nukite or striking the groin, you got to close the hip. You got to close that hip and tear the phone book. Breathe out, squeeze. Masa, when you make that final squeeze, it should have a little bit of a sink action with that down block. All right, here we go. Side snap kick, itch, knee, thumb, She, go, shoot. Hold on, stop. Okay, so we're on the second shoot toe to the 45. Go ahead, Mike. Second shoot toe to the 45. Nope, other way. There you go. Itch. Yep, shoot toe that way. Knee, shoot toe the 45. Strike the neck. Itch. Knee. Stop there. Uchuki punch punch. Switch feet, Mike. All right. Catch, smash, and drop. Itch, knee, some. Big shoot toe low. All right, Mark, is your wrist, or is the middle of your forearm at your belly button? No, a little bit further forward. Yes, even more. Yes, there. Yep. So think of this as, Mark, is you're grabbing him. Everybody take a watch here real quick. Sorry to take a minute here. So big swing here, and I'm catching up in here. See how far forward that is? Because this hand here is in and about where his elbow is. Okay, so if I catch him even here, this way. Okay, and then the next one is there. Okay, so when you're here, this here is I'm kind of catching wrist. When I'm here, I'm catching up toward the elbow, seizing the whole arm. Okay. All right, so everybody go back to the low down block. Left leg forward. One more step forward. Itch. Uchuki punch. Itch knee. All right, Mike, we're facing the right side and reverse punch. Switch legs, Mike. Itch, Nissan. Uchuki punch punch. Nope, don't turn around. Just do a straight mate. Switch your feet, Mike. Right leg forward, good. And two punches. Oh, there you go, good. Now, side snap kick, hitch. To the back of the room, good, and shoot toe to the front. Turn the other way, Mike. Turn the other way, Mike. No, that way. That way, there you go, shoot toe. All right. Sorry, I screwed you guys up for making you stop. All right, come back to the low shoot toe block again. All right, here we go. Low shoot toe. All right, regular shoot toe one. Uchuke gyakuzuki, itch knee. Mate uchuke, two punch. Okay, squeeze it in, side snap kick, shoot toe. Nukite, over the top, back fist, hammer fist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pivot. Then step back, press, release and go. Hey. Uchuke, catch, and down. All right, one last time. We'll do it together. We're gonna turn around the other way. Okay. Do it first.
I'll watch out the crowd, do the best I can.
I'm just teasing. Okay, here we go. Let's go up just a little bit. Let's ayo. Bye. Itch. Knee. Sausage. Roll. rook hitch, hotch, juke, hitch, knee, thump, hey, hitch, knee, thump, she, close that hip, close that hip, close that hip, roll, hitch, knee, thump, she, close that hip. It's not enough to bend over, it's close the hip, stay tall, and good. Hitch, knee, thump, she, go, rock, hitch, knee, thump, she, go, hitch, smash, up, down, motion, hitch, 1, 2, hitch, knee, thump, hitch, knee, nuki tag, san over the top of back fist, hammer fist, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, big pivot, hitch, press back, where are you going the wrong way, Peter? Wrong way again.
Counterclockwise or clockwise?
Step back with the left. Press into the back leg. Hitch. Hey. Hitch. And you'll have a plus. All right. Any last minute questions?
Yeah, so what you said to bring the hand underneath for the hammer fist.
Yes.
Sometimes my hand will accidentally go on top. Is there a big difference between top or bottom?
I think you could probably do it either way. It kind of just depends on where the person is and where their arm is in relationship to your hammer fist. So, Peter,
Yes.
so if I've got he takes his big swing here and I'm in here, 1. If I've got his hand below my arm already, I'm just gonna hammer fist there. But if I came in and blocked this, boom,
Right.
I might stay underneath to smash a rib. Okay,
Okay.
or if he's already down a lot, then I don't have to worry about it. I can be below, underneath, or on top. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I don't think it matters too much, but I like to do underneath it just from a presentation perspective. Here's what happens if you do over the top. Sometimes folks will get their shoulders up here like this and look like,
Yeah.
They're the turtle or the
Right.
zombie, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
even if you do over the top, keep your shoulders down to do that hammer fix. Okay, doesn't matter as long as you keep the shoulders down in the right spot.
Got it.
All right,
Okay,
looks like I kind of went through my stretching time. We only have about 5 minutes for that, so let's stick with some Kanku Dai and do it 2 more times. Go on. Come on. How'd you make? Hey! Hey! All right, Peter's sucking all the oxygen out of the gas.
Doing some global warming here.
All right, anybody struggle getting through it at pace? You good? I think Masa and Miho are stuck. Oh, there you go. Okay, now I see you. All right, let's go one more time. I'm gonna take a watch with you guys and see if I can see anything that might need a little bit of an adjustment. Oh. All right, ready, here we go. Kanku Dai. Oi, Mike. Hands together, Mike. Good. Hajime. Make sure you squeeze at the bottom of this nice and hard. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Go, go. Squeeze at the very end of that tate shito. Step forward, shoot though, Mike. There you go. Mate, Uchiuki, punch. Nope, reverse punch. Reverse punch. Not Oitsuki, there you go. Uchiuki, punch, punch. Good. Keep going, Mike. Nukite. Over the top. Back fist. Hammer fist. Smash. Elbow down, big smash. Yep. Punch and up. Pivot. Big turn and double kick. And finish. Good. All right, so Mike, you do the same thing that Peter does, is your hands come out here like this, like it's unsu. No, it's just regular yoga. Keep your hands inside your body. Yes, there you go. Okay, a couple things that I noticed. Let's see. All right, so one thing that I noticed is some folks are kind of rushing the hip rotation and not finishing it. Like for instance, here's a good one where it's like 1, 2, 3. You're trying to get to this one way before you finished this guy. So really think of driving this leg, just put back leg forward, finish this one, and then use that connection here to create the next one there. So yes, that in and out is a good thing, but you have to finish your body weight drop first. So deliver all the body weight first, and then bounce off of it with the next shuto block. Okay. The other thing I'm still seeing too is you guys need to start keep taking the time to rotate this hip in on this here. Okay, so let's just picture this is his goodies down here that I'm trying to strike, right? So if I am here, I can't get to him. Okay, but if I just rotate my hips, I got him. Okay, so look, if I don't open my hips, even if I bend my knees forward, I still don't have them. Rotate the hips. Very easy to get 6 to 8 inches more, and I don't have to be this close to get them. Doesn't mean I couldn't be there, but guess what? You can hit me in the face with this. Boom. As I get that close. Not so easy. Can you get me from there without stepping?
No.
No, still can't. Okay, so take the time to find a way to get the hip close. Okay, that way it keeps your body a little bit further away and allows you to get more reach. And even if it's, sometimes I even try and go almost more like you're doing an uchi-uki from hand knee on. Okay, same sort of thing where you're doing over rotation.
It also moves that whole part.
And
out of
it
my
takes,
way,
yeah,
out of
notice
range.
my upper body changes too.
Out of range.
Yeah. All right. All right, that's all I had for today. Good class today. We'll meet again on Tuesday and then no class Saturday. Although you're more than welcome to go through my YouTube channel and maybe find a class you can audit and maybe go through as what you did in the past, or even take one of the classes that we went through all the kata and maybe just kind of refresh your memory on some of those. All right. All right, great day today. Appreciate you coming, and we'll see you on Tuesday.